actually works. I actually have a couple of comics I set aside for you. I wanted to show you. So
Awesome. Well, since you're macking me on my hat, I'm just gonna.
Oh, you got like a beanie. You know what? You want to know what's so funny? Is
Can't play me out, man. I
Oh,
got
wait a minute.
this.
Hold on. I got a beanie too somewhere. Hold on. This is one my daughter got me for Christmas.
Oh, how did it go anyway? By the way, with the whole meeting of the family,
Um,
were knives drawn?
so this is my Let It
That's
Go,
cool.
Let It
Yeah.
Go beanie. So I can. There we go. Now I'm macking it in style. Oh, I don't have wine or beer. I can't beat you with that. But.
I don't have books in my room yet, so.
No, okay. Well, the dinner with my daughter's future mother-in-law went very well. Very well. She's a very nice person. We got to meet her for the first time, and it was kind of a little awkward, but overall, she's a very very nice lady, and we had a good time. So, but
awkward. You said it was awkward.
It was a little awkward. Well, my wife asked me, she said, "Are you nervous about meeting somebody else's parents?" I said, "Honey, I haven't been nervous about meeting somebody's parents in over 30 years. You know, it doesn't scare me at all." So it was just going out to dinner with somebody new. That was pretty much it. But we had a good time. So how about you? Do anything interesting? This past week or so?
Oh no, I was sick. I was sick. I had like a really big week last week, and then my body just was like a super busy week last week, and then my body just like shut down. Like,
oh yeah.
Although to be fair, like Julia did sneeze like in my mouth.
Yeah, they do that.
I know. And she did that, and I turned to Melissa and I said, "I'm going to get sick now." And like 2 days later, I was like sick as a dog.
Listen, you either have your daughter sneeze in your face or you go to a convention. You're going to get sick no matter what.
Con crud, though, you feel like you've earned. Con crud is something you earn.
Well, I was telling somebody about con crud, and they had heard the expression con crud before. They knew what I meant when I brought it up, and I was kind of shocked. It wasn't somebody that don't normally does conventions, but oh, hey Ahmed, how's it going? Yeah, if I forget to read the chat this evening, please forgive me because my vision is kind of getting blurry. What I've found is that after a good night's rest, my eyes are rested, and I can usually go all morning long, maybe even into the mid-afternoon without any issues. But come 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, if I haven't had a chance to take a break and rest my eyes, I'm almost utterly useless. So usually by 5 o'clock, when the workday is done, I am spent. So, but I mean, it's getting better. I think. I think it's getting better.
Is it really? That's good.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I went to the ophthalmologist, the guy that's working on my eyes. I did the follow-up.
The one who said like we're going to be good friends.
Yes. I had my first follow-up with him, and they rechecked my eyes, and they said the right eye had gotten better, but the left eye had not. So the next procedure, instead of doing the daily drops, was an actual injection in my eye, where they literally put a needle into it. And yes, it's literally as scary as it sounds. It doesn't hurt because they numb you up really, really good. They numb you up really well. But yeah, I had a needle stuck in my eye, and I get to go back in 5 weeks to do it again.
That sounds fun. No,
it sounds absolutely utterly terrifying. It does.
It sounds fun. I am excited for you.
Well, we do the follow-up, we'll do it again, and we'll see what happens. And if it improves, then there's a good chance I won't have to have surgery. But if it does not start to improve, I could be screwed.
Well, what does screwed mean?
Well, let's put it this way. While we're waiting for the doctor to come back in, the guy that did the exam and is filling out the paperwork is sitting there. And I asked him, I said, of all the issues I have with my eyes, what do you believe is the worst thing? And he turns to me and says, well, it depends. Do you prioritize having vision or not? I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm good. I understand. So, in other words, my vision, I don't want to lose my vision, but it's a possibility. So we're working on not doing that. All right, I can't read what Ahmed says. He says, shit, I can't. I honestly can't read it.
See, now you're just bullshitting.
What does it say? What is it? What is he saying? Wait a minute. He says, hi, Andrew. Last week, I buy 3 more Steelbook Blu-rays. Oh, cool. And that's Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and
Hercules.
Hercules
nice. With The Rock.
See, this is what happens, Ahmed. Once you start a Steelbook collection, you're not going to be able to stop. It's like comics.
I did meet. I do have someone now in my network. I did not know this, but he turned out to be a huge Steelbook collector.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm always amazed when I tell somebody when they talk about how many movies I have in the store, because I have a huge collection of DVDs. And when they ask me about, is this from your own collection? I said, a lot of them are, not all of them, because I bought several collections since then, but a lot of them are. But then I tell them I've upgraded to Steelbook cases, and they look at me like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So
yeah,
it's not as common as you might think.
But it is a thing.
Yeah,
it is a thing. It is a thing.
So you want me to show you what comics I put aside for you?
For sure.
Now, these are both beat up. One of them's not worth anything. The other one probably worth less than nothing. But
you're not talking about our friendship, are you?
No. This is
talking about. This is how I feel. This is not a symbolism for how you feel about our relationship.
Oh, look! I got this comic that's all beat up in crap and not worth anything.
It's not worth
Let
shit.
me give it to Todd.
Yeah, no, well, look at that comic. It's really beat up, ugly, and worse than useless and completely worthless.
All right. Well,
that reminds me of Todd.
It does. The first one is one of Marvel's True Believers, the dollar books that they put out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have this or not, but it's the True Believers Devil Dinosaur.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's nothing but Kirby goodness.
That's awesome.
Reprinted in full color, and some of the pages are sticking together. So whoever I got this from really liked it. It's sticking together. But yeah, I'm gonna put
awesome.
this. It says it has cover images in here, like a cover gallery. Just really good stuff. Yeah, really good stuff. Cover gallery and so forth. It's the shiny. The shiny paper is really difficult to look at with this. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but
no, I'm not a big fan of shiny paper, but I am a big fan of Kirby. So.
But it got a little water damage. I mean, not to the point where you could read this in the bathroom and not concern about it. Yeah, water damage. But the other one, and let me show you what the other one is. I'm actually going to turn on the overhead camera for this.
It's my crotch cam. Oh. Ooh, awesome.
It's 2001: A Space Odyssey #1 from Marvel Comics. This is from 1978, and you can probably tell right away the cover is wrinkled and so forth. I mean, the back cover's got a tear in it. I mean, it's not worth anything, but this is some incredibly awesome Jack Kirby. I actually sat down and read this because it was so cool looking.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. This is the stuff of legends,
One day I hope to get to that point where you just draw and you just don't he never cared. He didn't worry about his style or anything like he really did just he was so focused on the deadline that he just was didn't worry about it.
I will tell you something. There was not a single page in this entire book that I would not be extremely proud to have owned and put on my wall. Yeah. There wasn't a bad page in the bunch. Just every page was awesome. and I'm going to put it aside for you.
That's awesome, man. Thank you.
Because
Isn't it crazy when you realize that like this guy like got to a point, and probably that was like 70s, I guess, but like in the 50s, was 50s, 60s, like he got to a point where he just like didn't erase.
Oh, I can believe it. I can believe it.
Yeah, no, he was known. Like people would. He had two things that like really stood him out among like comic artists. One was that he could start anywhere, and he would just draw. Like he would start at the top left corner,
right,
and just draw the whole page. Hey, he would just start. He wouldn't sketch everything out. Wouldn't sketch out the panels first. He just would start on an ear and draw the whole page. And then the other thing that was interesting is that he did not erase. And it sounds like mythology, right? Like, but there's interviews where people were like, "You don't erase. Why? Why don't you fix your mistakes? Why don't you erase?" And he was really simple about it. He was like, "I'm not paid to erase. I'm paid to draw, not erase." I'm like, God damn, that's so simple. But it's that Depression era mindset where like, I don't get paid to erase. I get paid to draw the line once.
Yeah, my wife's grandmother was a Depression era kid, and the one thing that she did that always annoyed the hell out of me was she never threw away anything. Like if you went to Publix and you bought a cake in a plastic container, she washed out and kept the plastic container because they don't throw that stuff away. They keep that. Whether they ever use it again doesn't matter. You just don't throw that stuff away. So it's weird what our sensibilities are like today compared to back then. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to stuff like that, art like that, that's a commitment to sitting down in front of a board and just not stopping till you're done. That's just amazing. Do you know, are there any videos of him actually drawing? I'm sure there are.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I've ever looked for one or seen one. Mm-hmm. So I may have to make a point to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, it's pretty amazing. It really is.
Yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of drawing lately.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, I
kind of assumed.
Well, I started that sketch a day in my new sketchbook at the beginning of the year, and by the ninth day of the year, I had only done 3 sketches, so I was already behind. I actually did do a 4th sketch that came out so bad, and it was because I had such a hard time seeing the board, the paper I was drawing on. It wasn't worth making it into a video. It was that bad. So
I wonder if there's a way that you could kind of work around it. I mean, I know it's hard. I know it's hard because your top, vision time is like during work hours. But
yeah, that's true too. Actually, I have Monday off for work. I'm kind of shocked. Turns out when my company was kind of merged with this other company, we adopted their holidays. Mm-hmm. And the one holiday that they differed on was President's Day and the day after Thanksgiving, and we're actually getting the best of both worlds because last year we got the day after Thanksgiving off. This year they swapped it, so we're getting President's Day off. Which, okie dokie. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself on Monday. I may get to sleep in till like 8 a.m. I'm excited.
That would be awesome. I haven't slept in till 8 in about 3.5 years.
You never will again. You never will again.
It's going to be a long time, bro. It's going to be a long time.
They will start to sleep in like on the weekends when they get into their teenage years. But prior to that, they're usually, up as early as they can get up. Mm-hmm. They have a thing about they don't like sleeping, which is weird.
5 o'clock.
It's like
I wake up at 5 a.m. every day, whether I want to or not.
Yeah. See, we used to joke about, the time change when it would jump forward or jump back or whatever it was. They would always say you get an extra hour of sleep. And I said, if you own a dog or have small children, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, well. Oh, hey, I got a question for you. Yeah. And this is a broader, everybody in the audience can contribute into this.
Hey, comics with Drew.
But I was recently watching one of the all-time classic movies, Steven Spielberg movies, Gremlins.
Mhm.
And as somebody who has not been in snow in a long time, I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Snow is frozen water, is it not?
Yes.
Yes. And if you step on snow, your feet will get wet. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. In the movie, when the gremlins are like running all over town, there is snow everywhere.
Mhm.
Why are they not duplicating at every step they take? Because as we know in the movie, it set up the fact that a single drop of water will cause them to duplicate. But they're running around the whole town completely covered in frozen water, and they're not duplicating left and right. And the reason why I mention this is because spoilers, if you haven't seen Gremlins or you haven't seen it in a long time, they get all the gremlins together into the movie theater and they blow up the movie theater, right? And one gremlin escapes. That's Stripe, the main bad guy, and he goes rushing into like the shopping mall or whatever to try to find water in order to duplicate himself. There's snow all over the ground. There's snow everywhere.
Comics is true. He says, I've never seen Gremlins. I can't believe it. I think the logic is the water has to be liquid. This is why it's called water and not snow or ice.
Well, let me ask you a question. If you pick up snow in your hands and you close your hands, even for just a few seconds, does it not become water?
I mean, maybe in your hands.
I'm just thinking about this because that's one of the tenets that they set up in the movie. You can't get them wet, and simply
I just like how
drop
you
of water.
I just enjoy how out of the entire movie, out of everything you could pick to focus on, to rail against for scientific accuracy, the fact that gremlins exist passes muster. But the water and the ice and the snow is an issue.
I think when I was younger, I might have been slightly distracted by Phoebe Cates, but to be honest with you, today, watching the movie, I don't understand why the gremlins didn't just jump into the snow and start making snow angels and start popping new ones up left and right, because the friction from just rubbing the snow is going to turn it into water, you know? Just something I thought of. It's one of these things. I'm going to bring this up because I can't live with myself without talking about this. So
I hear you.
All right. So what is Comics with Drew saying?
You're expecting Stripe not to be stupid.
I'm expecting the filmmakers not to be stupid, but that's okay.
Ahmed says, Andrew, have you seen the trailer for Boss Level with Frank Grillo and Mel Gibson?
No, I have not. I'll have to look that up. Actually, I'm looking forward to Godzilla vs. Kong. Have you seen that trailer?
I have not, but it sounds awesome.
Well, I recently rewatched Godzilla King of the Monsters, and other than the fact there's too much humans in it, it's still a cool movie. But Godzilla vs. Kong sounds like just nothing but pure fun. And the fact that we're going to see it on HBO Max is still okay. I'd rather see it in the theater, but we don't have very many theaters open up here in town, so definitely not Mike's Theater, which that's where I'd prefer to go. But they're not supposed to open up till mid-March. Who knows? Maybe their first movie they'll show is Godzilla vs. Kong, but
better be a blockbuster.
Well, they're good. It's a Warner Brothers movie, so it's going directly to HBO. So. All right, what is Comics with Drew saying now?
Can you read it?
No, I can't.
He says, I think Drew needs to look at his hat and internalize that message while thinking about gremlins.
I will. I will. I'll absolutely do
Yeah.
that.
Mhm. Well, I got the office set up today, sort
Oh,
of.
you do?
Yeah, I'm testing the layout. I don't know yet, but
Yeah.
you can kind of see like I'm at the desk.
I see empty shelves behind you.
Yeah, well, that's why, because I'm testing the layout,
Okay.
trying to decide if I like it.
Now,
Comics. Well, go ahead.
now out of the 22 rooms that you have in your new house, which one is this one?
Room 17B.
17B?
17B. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's this is I guess it's technically what would be the office on the main floor.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, I was going to turn it into like originally it was going to be a library, but the basement it needs work. Like they have a room. There's a room finished, and I was like, oh, I'll just take this one for the office. But after being here for a minute and being down there a lot, it's like it needs some work, and it's not really ready to be an office. It
Well,
doesn't have the right vibe. So
now I know what I'm going to get you for as a housewarming gift.
what's that?
A sign that says room 17B. My parents, when they moved into their old house, their last house, not the one they're in now, it was so much bigger than the house that they used to have that we were joking with them because we said you've got like an east wing and a west wing. It would because you had bedrooms on one side and other rooms. So my mom actually had signs made up, west wing and east wing, over the doorways to each side of the house.
Oh, that's funny.
So now that's exactly what you need is a room 17B.
I really don't.
And nobody will understand the joke but you and I. And Ahmed, of course.
But it's not.
And Comics with Drew. Yeah.
Well, Comics with Drew says, I have theaters all around me, but can stay home just be happy watching Godzilla versus Kong. And then he says, are you guys Team God or Team King? Like
Ooh.
Godzilla, King Kong.
Well, they tend to, in the movies, if you watch the movies, they tend to give King Kong more of the human characteristics, personalities. You could actually see sadness, and you could see, anger, and you could see they give you more human emotions in King Kong than, of course, they do with Godzilla. So that kind of tends to make me want to root for the King over Godzilla more. And the trailer has already set it up that Godzilla is the bad guy in this movie, even though in the past two movies he was like the human savior. So for some reason he's gone bad, and they don't know why, and they need King Kong to save the day. So just based on what little bit I've seen and the emotion that you get out of the creature, I'm going King. So
Comics says exactly. That's why I'm all about the King. And then he said something else, but I'm just not going to read it. So you can. So Comics with Drew, he can just go to his grave thinking that you were dead serious, brother.
He says, Drew, I'm just giving you a hard time because us Drews need to stick together. Absolutely.
Your headset just blew out, bro. It just like zonked out on you. Hey, it's the Todd Show. Hi. Let's talk about Andrew's comic book collection.
Now you can hear me.
Damn it.
It went out for half a second and gave me a notice. And I'm sitting here talking to you and not realizing that it had switched to mute. So what were you saying before I interrupted you by coming back into the stream?
Not important. Not important.
So Todd, Godzilla or King Kong?
Godzilla.
Really?
Yeah.
Just because I'm King Kong, or
no? I like Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Comics with Drew says Godzilla just wanders around and nukes things, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I like. I've never understood the idea that look at him kill hundreds of thousands of people, but he's saving us. Well, Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I've always liked Godzilla a lot. I don't know. I'm not super. I'm
Now,
not gonna
did
lay
you
my chips on the
watch?
ground.
Did you watch the original Godzilla movies? You know, the guy in the suit type of movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing a few of them, but I didn't realize there was as many as there actually was.
Oh, there's a ton. Yeah.
There's a ton of them. Yeah. But I mean, I think I was familiar with the original and Son of Godzilla were the two I remember seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's a lot more than that.
There's a ton. There really is a ton. Yeah. Yeah. No, I really like the Godzilla movies. Like I mean, we used to have them on in the background all the time, just because it was easy to watch.
All right, let me ask you another question.
Mm-hmm.
Thumbs up or thumbs down to the Pat Broderick Godzilla movie? Not Pat Broderick. What's his name? It's Broderick, but it's not Pat. Pat's the artist. Matt Broderick.
Matthew?
Yeah. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about.
Bueller.
The one with Apu in it.
I don't know what we're talking.
The guy who voices Apu on The Simpsons was in it. What's his name? Oh hell.
I don't know if I saw that one. Bueller. That's right. Ferris Bueller's Godzilla Vacation.
Yeah. But you know which one I'm talking about, right?
I think I do. It's fairly recent.
No. It was several years ago, but it was within our lifetime. Within our lifetime. Stop making fun of me.
I'll take Comics with Drew's advice and just say the movie sucked.
Well, it did suck, but I liked the monster. The monster looked good. The Godzilla monster looked good. I remember Mike got lots of toys from that movie because they made it into an animated series as well. I don't know if you ever watched that. That was kind of good.
I mean, I got to draw. I drew Godzilla for.
Oh yeah.
I did the commercial for it. The bumper for it. That was a lot of fun.
Well, that's cool.
Classic, man. Come on, dude. Classic '90s. Classic '90s animation.
It was during the same time as the Men in Black animated cartoon show. Mm-hmm. Remember that?
Yeah, and I did the Men in Black commercials.
That was a specific. Was it? Can you remember if that had a specific name to that style? Because they were very much in the same style.
No, that was early. It was an early attempt to go after anime, but through the lens of Batman the Animated Series.
Okay.
And you have to remember that at the time, that was still the intros to those animated shows often were still done by like South Korean or Japanese studios. So that's why if you ever look at the intro to Thundercats, it's fucking amazing.
Oh yeah.
And then the show, you're like, wait, this isn't even the same. It's not even the same. Like it's not even the same thing. Like it's completely different.
Yeah, Thundercats, Silverhawks. Tiger Sharks,
all that stuff. Yeah.
The G.I. Joe movie intro was really good. A lot of great animation.
Mm-hmm.
God, if the animation could only be that good for the entire series,
Yeah, it should have been, but money.
Do you remember the animation, or at least the opening animation for the show Mask?
Of course.
I saw it just recently and I was blown away with how cool it was, but I don't remember watching it as a kid. I knew it existed, but I didn't watch it.
It was like a mid-range success. Like I knew kids that had the toys, but it wasn't like a super successful run. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was like Mask, and there were Cops too. Do you remember Cops? COPS.
Yep, I remember Cops. But I don't remember watching that show either. I mean, it's one of those ones I was familiar with its existence, but I didn't watch it. It was like Thundercats, Silverhawks. Those were religious experiences. G.I. Joe, Transformers, some of the Voltrons were like required reading. You know, that you couldn't enjoy life without knowing about what was happening in every episode. But then there were other shows that were there that I was big into Inspector Gadget. I loved Inspector Gadget.
I remember that.
But there's a lot of cartoons in that era that I never watched. I was familiar with them, but never watched them. But Inspector Gadget, I don't know. There was something about that one that I really enjoyed. Oh well. There was a right after school, there was like an hour block or a half hour block where it could be one of like 4 or 5 different cartoons. And I remember rushing home from school to see which cartoon it was. And it was Hip Hop Frogs, Monster Camp, Summer Camp, something like that. And the one that I really liked was Tiger Sharks. And I always got a thrill when I got to watch Tiger Sharks. But that was like set in the same type of setup as Thundercats and so forth. And that one never got the love. Never got the love. But oh well.
What were you? We're all used to that.
Yeah.
Oh, we're still talking about shows?
Are we? Yeah. Went to movies and then to TV shows. And
that's good. We're covering. So everything. So how is the store?
Oh, fantastic! I set a goal for last year to double the income from the year before, and I surpassed that. And I set a new goal for this year, which not as easy to do, but is my goal, and that's break even. That does sound like a huge thing, but we're getting ready to celebrate our 2-year anniversary of being set up in the store, or set up at the flea market, I should say. I've actually been in this store a year and a month, but March 23rd will be our 2-year anniversary, setting up every weekend at the flea market.
That's awesome. You should just, if you want to break even, I'll give you a super, and I'm dead serious, but it's a super quick tip.
Oh yeah, what's that? Stop buying stuff.
No, double your prices. I'm serious. I'm like, instead of $1 comics, you start at $2 comics. The $2 comics go to 4. The $4 comics go to 6 or 8. And you're I promise you what'll happen is you think you'll sell less and you won't. You'll probably sell just as much or more, and your revenue will double.
Well, the majority of my sales don't always come from comics, so I got a lot of other stuff in the store. So
and I'm talking about everything in the store, but I'm using comics as an example.
Yeah, but all the other things I have in the store, they sell good at the price I have. So even I'll get something that I'll see that's like on sale or on clearance or something they're getting rid of, and I don't know anything about it, and I'll buy it just because it's cheap, no big deal. And then I'll be surprised at how many people come into the store, see it, and go, "Oh my God, I love these things! I gotta have it." It's weird, but take advantage of that. Just a little bit.
Awesome.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, that's what it's about, baby.
Yeah,
you're the pop culture drug dealer.
Yeah, well, I have fun. I have fun at the store too. So that's what I think it's about: meeting people, talking to people, having fun, and I do that too. So, this year so far has been very, very much like last year. But there are some things about last year that were very good. So let's hope the good things continue.
Yeah, I could not agree more. It's been kind of a rough year. I mean, it's been good. Like, so far it's been a good year. Knock on wood. But it's been brutal. I already feel like I feel like it should be July.
Yes, this year is it's very quickly getting behind us. So, but yeah, I understand that feeling too. So what you got working on? What you got going on? What can you talk about? What big projects are you working on?
Oh boy, I don't know. What do you want to know about?
How's that graphic novel project coming along?
Slowly. I'm a little behind on the schedule, but it is on the schedule.
Okay.
And I've got the plan. I've got it on my to-do board. So it's in the process. It's moving up the list to getting done. So it is there, and it will get done this year. I think so. Originally, I thought I was going to have it launched by March.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's actually when it'll like hit based on where my I use an app called Trello for product management.
Okay.
And I think it looks like it'll probably hit around March, right? Like actually like, okay, now you can work on it. You know what I mean? But it is there. It's on the dock, you know?
Hey, when is 24-hour comic day? When does that happen?
It's every day.
No. There's a specific day for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never done it. We should do it.
Well, we've talked about doing it 100,000 times. But...
Well, to be fair, we should have done it when we were 20 or 17
or 30. You know,
or 30. Like doing it now. Now I'm kind of like, oh, 24 hours. What if we just broke it up over like 2 to 3 days?
Well, what about the idea of doing it like 1 hour increments, like 1 hour a week, and doing a 24-hour comic? Oh, wait a minute, that would take 24. That would take a very, very long time.
I mean, I'm cool with that, but that's like 6 months.
Yeah. Actually, I was just thinking about that. That doesn't. But yeah, I think I could probably only give about a half hour anyway. I think an hour worth of drawing would probably kill me right now.
Well, we could do it. We could do a half hour, 24-hour comic and just let it take a year.
Like do a half hour on Saturday and Sunday. So technically an hour a week.
Well, we should live stream it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. And just BS while we're doing it. And
we'd have to, I can't do Sundays. I'd have to talk to Melissa, but we certainly could do it.
Well, see, I can do a half hour easier than I could do an hour or more. Just
and probably during the day, like midday.
Midday, probably not during the day.
You're right, nighttime.
Well,
like this.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I have more stringent rules. Like I'm not allowed to be driving in the dark. So if I have to run errands after work, I have to do it between the hours of 5 and 6:30. My wife gets very worried about me if 6:30 comes and I'm not home because she's really concerned about me driving in the dark. But that's just old man stuff that I got to deal with. But I don't know. It's and I've told this to other people. It's really a balance between desire and ability. I've got the desire. The desire's still there. The desire, I want to sit down with the drawing pencil and work every day, but the ability isn't always there. But I think if I took it in smaller bites, smaller time frames, like half hour, that could probably, I don't know. You make me want to draw, man.
Well, let's do it. Let's set up like a 30. I'll talk to Melissa and we'll schedule like a 30-minute. Maybe we'll do a midweek live stream.
Well, like I said before, I'm off on Monday. Maybe we can do it Monday.
Well, it's got to be a scheduled thing that we do like all the time.
Well, that's why I'm asking you. What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're talking about like for the rest of the year. So let me talk to my wife.
Okay. Well, we can be flexible and move it around as long as we commit to doing at least one a week, I think, or 2 a week or whatever. It doesn't have. I mean, when I originally set up my live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it was really easy to do because I had a set time, set dates to do it. So it was kind of like if I was out running around on a Wednesday, it's like I got to be home by 8 o'clock in order to live stream. It's got to be done.
Well, I think we have to have rules. rules, and I'm gonna have to pop off here in a minute. But I
Okay.
think we're gonna have to have rules. So like what I mean by this is like, okay, it's a 24-hour comic,
Mm-hmm.
which means it's basically an hour per page,
Right.
right? If it's an hour per page, that means if we were to do this twice a week, Friday live stream, and I'm just gonna say Monday, just
Mhm.
30 minutes on Monday, 30 minutes on Friday. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. That means it's a page a week,
Right.
because it's not like working on one panel and noodling, and like it's like it has to stick to the rules of 24-hour comic. So it's going to look sloppy as shit, but that's the point, right?
Well, if you committed to the first day is layout, quick pencils,
What's up, Kodiak?
and setup. Hey, Kodiak, how's it going?
We're about to leave, or I'm about to leave. You need to hop on here and take over. Anyway, go for it. Say what you're saying.
Then the second one would be inking and lettering.
Mm-hmm.
If you committed to that, might be easier.
Yeah, that'd be fair. That's absolutely fair. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think we got to bring Kodiak in this. Okay, Kodiak has to join.
Oh, he definitely should do this. Oh, yeah. I didn't. Hell, Kodiak. Let me send him an invite real quick.
All right. Yeah, I gotta bounce here in like 2 seconds. I don't.
Oh well, I did want to talk to you off stream, so maybe we'll wrap the stream up. Kodiak, I will talk at you later about this idea. I'll bring you in on it. But let me let everybody go because I need to say something to Todd real quick. And love y'all. Appreciate you coming in and joining the show tonight. I know it was late and totally, completely, 100% off topic. But we just wanted.
We talked about comics and Godzilla and King Kong and Gremlins. How is that
cartoons? Crap! I forgot. I had.
You know what we should talk about? Crystals. See, that would be off topic.
Remember how I said I bought something to do a Peep Show episode, but I forgot to do it? Let me show you what it is I found. And I've been sitting on this. How
the fuck is it that you can have like strokes and aneurysms and all this other shit and you can barely see, but you still don't understand the Peep Show is your problem? That is not good for you.
Does this not look fantastic?
It does not look fantastic.
It's Pokemon cereal. This would make a great Peep Show.
Arthur says, I'll try to come by the store on Sunday, and I mean, try.
Oh, okay. That'd be awesome. All right, everybody else, Good night. I'm going to talk to Todd real quick. I'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Bye. Oh, come by the store, too.